Okay, good morning, everybody. Today we will continue on the second phase of the configuration of the Reios IoT platform devices. So before to continue with the device configuration, we have to introduce an installation router that is a device that will facilitate the initial device setup. Back on the big picture, yesterday we finished with the setup of the edge server. We also set up in case the VPN, and now we are ready to install all the access layer devices and also the IoT devices. To do that, let's suppose that the transport layer, that means the Wi-Fi, is already in place. That's because we're already working on the router setup, the Wi-Fi setup. And so let's suppose that we already have an SSID up and running in order to connect the device that we are going to install to the server, to the edge server. So what is the problem? The problem is that we have a lot of devices, and each device has a factory default configuration. So is a firmware with a configuration file that is coming from factory. So is looking for a specific gateway, sorry, a specific MQTT server, and is looking for a specific Wi-Fi SSID. So in order to facilitate the configuration swap, we have introduced a new component that is the installation router. So in between the access layer to the transport layer, we switched on an installation router that is acting as a bridge in order to bind gateways that have a factory SSID configuration to the customer, to the deployed SSID network, and the installation also allow the gateway to go to the edge server MQTT IP address, and to do that, the broker, sorry, the installation router operates as a DNS to transform the default MQTT factory address to the customer MQTT address broker. Summarize the behavior of the devices. When you switch on the device got an operational LED. Typically, our gateways, our Square, have got an operational LED, and when you switch off the device, the device is flashing red because by default, I said before, the device has a factor default configuration, so is looking for the factory Wi-Fi. To go on, when we switch on the installation router, the device recognize the factory Wi-Fi that the installation router provide, and so that also with the DNS on the installation router is able to go to the customer MQTT broker. The operational LED change from red to alternate red, green, and blue. And this is the signal that the device is ready for the configuration. In the next session, we go in detail on the configuration interface using the web manager, but just to follow this flow chart, let's suppose that after the device configuration, the device receives via MQTT the new configuration, the configuration of that specific customer, and so turn the LED to solid green. That means that in this case, the device config file has been diverted to the actual Wi-Fi network and to the customer MQTT broker. In this slide, I would like to show you the behavior of the device. Before the device configuration, the gateway is red, is looking for a factory Wi-Fi, Reios Wi-Fi device. The factory Wi-Fi device is provided by the installation router that also provide in the host file a DNS rule in order to make an alias from the factory IoT address to the customer IoT address. As you can see here, 8.1 is the 8.1 IP address of the MQTT broker of the edge server that we are using on that premises. So that's the flow. Installation router also provide a repeater leg to the customer router, and so that the device configuration, the device is able to connect to the broker and ready to receive the configuration. After the configuration, the part of the slide, the device, the gateway, has received the actual customer Wi-Fi configuration. Also, is looking for the customer MQTT broker, and so go straight to the edge server. The installation router we provide is a light USB power supply router, and it's very simple to configure because we provide the device already configured. So there are just two steps that during the installation you have to execute. Okay, let's suppose you have to switch on the router. You have to open your PC browser to the router homepage, log in with the Reios credential. After that, what you can see? You can see the router exposed to Wi-Fi, to SSID. The factory default Reios IoT factory SSID, and also another one that named Reios IoT Wi-Fi that is used for the demo kit. We will talk later about the demo kit. Then the first configuration we have to manually provide to the router is very simple because you have a menu. You have to just select network and DNS, and inside the host file of the router, you have to insert the IP address of the MQTT broker that you have just installed on the customer, on the customer premises. And just click apply. And that's the first part of the configuration. The second part of the configuration you have to execute is to bridge to the customer Wi-Fi network. So again, on the router, on the left side, you have to select the repeater tab, click to connect. In this way, a pop-up window show all the available Wi-Fi that the router see in that area, and you will just to select the customer Wi-Fi network. After that, you can see in the summary installation router dashboard that the repeater function is up and running, and you're connected to the customer Wi-Fi. In this case, it is an example, is our Reios Wi-Fi that we have here in our office. So the router is configured, and the installation process is ready to be executed. Okay. Now we can go back on the Web Manager interface in order to continue with the Web Manager device configuration. Okay, Franco, you can sharing your PC screen.
Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, I can start. Well, Paolo described the way to create an installation router in order to facilitate the installation of the device. So let me try to summarize what are the prerequisites that we described till now for the training course. We have already installed present an installation router configured for the specific site, turned on and working. So remember that when you want to start the device installation from scratch, you must have this type of installation router in order to facilitate your job. A lot of solutions for the IoT are based on app, but so when we analyze what does it mean to have an app to configure a device, you discover that it takes a lot of time. If you have to install 1,000 devices, you lose minutes and minutes of work. So we tried to define this installation router in order to facilitate. You don't need to open an app and configure one by one the device, but it is enough what Paolo described before. We must have, of course, the Reios IoT platform up and running with maps, default table, and containing the site characteristics. Yesterday, we saw how to create the site configuration in terms of maps, in terms of default template, and in terms of RSSI distance table. Now we have to start with the device installation. I suppose that you have dozens of these devices. each device must have a readable serial number because we'll use a serial number in order to facilitate the installation. And the installers must have a PC with a browser interconnected to the web manager to install a device, to provide the first configuration of the device. So when this is done, the installer go on this map. The installer knows how to do and what kind of device has to be installed. It will take one device of a certain type, suppose a square desk or a S-gate, and he knows exactly what is the position to be placed. So the installers know what is the device and where install the device. So this is the input. What we have to do now? We have to go to the configuration and click device and later on say configuration. And when you click on add device, a new form start, and you can see this page, okay? Now you have to install, to digit the serial number. But in order to avoid to digit the serial number, you can use a reader. Sorry. Why I can change? Okay, here you are. With a serial number is a serial number, a structural serial number. The first three characters are the alphanumeric character, identify the type of the product, and the other 12 are the MAC address of the device. So in this case, you have a digital ID done by the serial number, and you have also the type of the device that you are start to install. So using this type of the type of the serial number, we are able to define automatically the category, the device type, and all the other parameters that are necessary to maintain the network. So now, after digit the serial number, we have the MAC address, the model type, the firmware, the value are shown in the figure. Well, what you have to do now? You have to click in the map in order to make the position. So you saw this mask and you digit on this pop-up. When you click, all the map are shown, the map are shown, and you can define in the map the right position where to install the device. So you know the device, as I said before, and now you have to install. Where install? This is a work order to install the device. You know that you have to install the S-gate in the position X and Y. So you click on the map, and automatically the X and Y position of the site floor will be populated. You must add another information that is the high value, the Z position. In an X, you have X, Y, and Z, and now you can edit manually the Z position. This will be important when you have a multi-floor and you want to know what is the position inside the floor of the device. So if you install 1 meter or 2 meter or 3 meter, this it's important also to calculate the position inside the floor. When you have done this, you have the type of device you install, the position of the device, and now we have to assign to the device the appropriate configuration. Yesterday, we spoke about the site configuration and we said, okay, there is a default template where I can describe SSID, I can describe MQTT broker, I can describe what I explained yesterday. Now, when you install one device, you can choose what kind of default template you want to use. There is one default template, should be one default template for all the site, but if the site is a multi-site with two different sites in two geographical location, probably the SSID and the broker can be completely different. And so in this case, you can use another template, or also in one site, when you have multiple floor, you can have different SSID per floor. So in this case, the system is asking you to select the appropriate configuration template default. When you choose the template default, you are ready to say, okay, you see the two details and version become green. So this means you are ready to install, to store all the information inside the IoT platform. But for the tracking, you have to do something more that is just 2-digit and enable the device to make the tracing. Because the device that we are provide are multi-function device. You can use the same device for smart lighting, for smart event management, for door opener, for telemetry. So in this case, you can choose and you can click on sTrack enable. And at this moment, you have to confirm that all is okay. When you click on confirm, you can see will appear this type of form. It's asking you when you want to store this type of information, this type of device, immediately or delayed in the time. So suppose that you want to do something that to be done the day after, you can register what you have to do, all the information, and the system automatically will start with to sending the information at the appropriate time. Normally, you use confirm this the actual day, that means now. Now you have installed the gateways. You repeat this information, this device, you install one by one one device, another one. At the end, you have ready the infrastructure for the tracking. So you have defined a grid of S-gate capable to intercept all the beacon coming from the S-tag. But you have to install also the S-tag, because you must know that in the system there are some S-tag that are identified by their own MAC device, MAC address. So you go back to the main page of the web manager, you click on configuration, again click on device, and at this moment you have this type of information. What we suggest to do is to install a barcoder reader. And so when you take the one S-tag, you just using the barcode, you can read the serial number coming from the barcode. You have the serial number of this type. The first 3 characters are indicating that is an S-tag and the type of S-tag, and the second 12 characters are the MAC address of the device. As soon as you click on configuration, you see the detailed version, and you can confirm. As you can see, at this moment, no other parameter are required to the sTag. Is the S-gate knowing what you have to do with this type of device. So you don't have to change to provide extra information. As soon as you click on the confirmation of the action, you can see that the device, the configurable devices are incremented by the device, the sTag that you are introduced. Okay, now we can see something different, something else. Let me see. Sorry. Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Now we are speaking how to manage the people and asset tracking. Okay, how we can define that there is a badge associated with the sTag. What we have to do to manage the position depending functionality of the IoT platform? Well, we start from functionality that we want to define. The first point is the site access control. The site is divided into the defined areas on the map. Each area is identified by a name. So if you have a site, a floor, and as we saw yesterday, the day before yesterday from Diego, it's possible to define area with the area name inside the map. Now we have inside the map all this area. How we can handle this? The second point is I have a group of badge that are authorized to go inside the area. For instance, the group of badge of employees can access the area. A guest can't access the R&D department, but just the meeting room. So you can define a group of badges where the assumption, the site control, the access site control is the same. When a badge is violating an area, you want an highlighted in red on the map, and optionally a message, a notification message, for instance, Telegram, to send is to be sent to the security personnel. Another important functionality is the emergency and mastering area. So you can define at the system level that there are some mastering area where the people has to move in case of an emergency. So from this perspective, we can see the badge that are inside the mastering area and also who is outside. So we can know when all the people are moved in the appropriate area. So also in this case, so we have to define this area. Okay, the badge outside the mastering area will be shown with a red border on the map. So if you see some red border on the map and you are in an emergency period, you have to take care that someone is not moving. You can send someone, you can send an alarm, etc. Now, what we have to do? We have to assign each person a badge, but it's not a physical badge. Later on, I can explain how to move. It's a virtual badge. So I can call one badge with the name of the person or with a number, or as you want. The badge belong to the groups with are common characteristic. guest employees, as I said before. Each badge or badge group is authorized to access design area. So I have to design this area to say when I can go inside or no. It's geofencing functionality. The badge is a virtual object, but we have also the physical, that is the S-tag. The S-tag worn by the personnel has to be associated with the badge. Why this? Because if you have if something is not working on the S-tag, in any case you have the history of the badge available, because you can change the physical S-tag, maintaining all what is done before. And also if you have procedure of check-in, check-out. So when you have a virtual badge for a person, when the person is coming, inside the reception, you can give him a tag, but will be traced with the appropriate badge number, badge name. The system so tracks the badge position in the area violation, not the S-tag. So you can change the S-tag. Now, to implement this type of functionality, you need to define the areas before. So what you can do? You click on the main map. You click on the badge. There is areas. You click on the areas, and you can add the authorized area. Okay, so you start to characterize each area. So you define the authorized area. You see the map. When you click on the add authorized area, you must edit the area name, so you can call Reios office in this case, and you define what does it mean Reios office in terms of area. So in the map you can see the blue light picture on the right side here are the Reios office. The green one are not considered Reios office, but for instance, you can define the other one as R&D office, or in another way. So you can select the area. It's very simple, because each click you can add, and if it's already add, you cancel from the area. Later on, Paolo will show you this physically. Okay, when you have defined the area, you can click Add to confirm. And now you have to define the badge group. So you have defined the area, you have grouped the area with different characteristics. So you can know the area, the group of the combination of area, and now we have to define the badge. So you can define a badge group, for instance, employees, for instance, cleaning staff, etc. And you can do in this way. You digit the name and click on pick up authorized area and select apply. You can choose here. As you can see, we define Reios office. I can say Reios office, apply, and what I mean that all the people belonging on everyone are authorized to go inside Reios office. Click on apply, and you have this type of new relationship. When you click, the system click again, ask you to add, you click on add, and the operation is carried out. Now you have to define the badge. So are the elements that you want to trace in your system. Should be asset. So you can say, I want to trace this type of device. So you can define the name of the badge, and you have to define also the group of badge in order to inherit the characteristics of the badge group. Add a new badge. For instance, here we are calling guest 101. Pick up a group, and I can say where this badge has to be put, everyone or Reios only. When it's finished, I can add to confirm, and so I have created a badge guest 001. Now, this is a virtual badge. As you can see, I've never seen the digital identity of a hashtag. And now I have to assign, to pair the hashtag with the badge. What shall I do? I can select here, pick up an hashtag. I select the badge name. Okay, guest 101, and I have to assign. I see on the right side all the hashtag available, not already installed, and I can pair just clicking here and saying apply. As soon as I have done that, I receive a message from the system saying operation carried out. Now, after this, you can see on the map the badge that you created. What is saying when you click on the top? When you click on the top, you can see the badge name, you can see the badge group, you can see the position, on here you can see also the physical device. So you have all the information. You have the hashtag pairing with the badge name, the badge group, and the position of the device. You have a green square, a green side on the map if the position is allowed, a red if the position is not allowed, as we discussed before, and now Paolo can explain you much better. When you return the hashtag, the hashtag can be unpaired with the guest one. So the guest one is in use, and with the hashtag, when is the end of the day and you return back the tag will be the associated unpairing with the badge. Okay, this is my part. If you have some question, or we can answer later on. Okay, Paolo? You can go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I'm sharing my screen now. Okay, let's talk about unauthorized access. So as Franco said before, the system define an authorized area. It's possible to define authorized area where badges are permitted to move inside the offense zone. If a badge move outside the authorized area, there is an anomaly. So the system detects the anomaly and operate in two ways. The first, highlight the badge that is outside the authorized area with a red edge icon to indicate the unauthorized status, and also is able to send an alert notification. And at the moment, for example, we configure the system to send a message to a Telegram alarm chat in order to notify that relevant personnel the movement that is not authorized. In this screenshot, you can see that there are badge icon with the green edge, and there is also a badge icon with the red edge. That means that, let's say it's just an example, but for this guest is inside a part of our office that is the back office, and we define that the guest people are allowed to stay just in the front office. How to check the area that is allowed to the specific badge? You can click on the badge icon. Clicking on the badge icon, you show preliminary information about the badge. If you click on details, you will see a pop-up menu on the bottom of the page, in which you have more configuration data for the specific badge you clicked, and also there are 3 buttons. The first one is a button show the authorized area. As you can see in this screenshot, this is our office. Each part of the office is a specific area, and in this case, for the badge that I clicked, that is the guests are allowed to stay just in the green area that I configured. So that's the reason, because there is an alert indicating that the guest is outside the authorized area. The information regarding the unauthorized access are saved in the database, are saved with the badge database table. So if you go to the configuration menu badge, you can, if you select a specific badge, again, our guest, you can see also the unauthorized access that the particular specific badge has executed. There is information about the time when the event happened, and also the information regarding the position where the badge was in terms of X and Y, but also in terms of room, that means area. In this case, R&D area was the position of the guest. The system provides also a full badge history. So if you go to the main menu map, you can select an authorized access, and in this submenu, a page display all the unauthorized assets for all the badges you have configured. It's possible to, it's not mandatory, but it's possible to set up also a notification, an external message, for example, for the Telegram chat notification. You have to click on on the blue circle and insert the Telegram group ID that you want to use to notify unauthorized access. And after that, if you go to the Telegram chat group, you can see that there are all the unauthorized access that the system recognizes for that, for not only for this specific batch, but this is just an example, but for all the unauthorized access inside the platform. And that is for the functionality unauthorized. We can go on with another functionality that the web manager provides is the time lapse. The time lapse, the system, because the position, the position of the badges are stored in our database. So it's possible to select a time frame, a specific period, for example, a day or last week, last hour, to review the badge movement history. To do that, there is a page, a control page, where you can navigate through the selected time period. There is a slider that allows you to move back and forward to display badge position. And in the same time, the badge movement is displayed on the map. And there is also a play button in order to animate the badge movement over the selected time frame. So you have just a dynamic view of his journey. I'll show you. So let's start from a specific badge. I click on the badge icon. I click on details. A bottom pop-up menu appear, and from here, as you can see, there is a button named Go to Time Lapse. So in this case, I would like to see the movement during the past for that specific badge that I had clicked. If I click to time lapse, okay, that is the first option to accessing to the time lapse. The other possibility is to go to the main menu, the main map menu. You can select the submenu time lapse, and in this case, there is an option because for other feature we also provide the timelines of the light, but you have to select batch time lapse, and after that you go to the time lapse badge page, where it's possible to select the start and then date. You can put a specific start time, date and time, and a specific end date and time, but you just click on the last day or last week in order to focus on that specific time frame. After that, in case this is the bottom part of the slide, as you can see, the site icon is highlighted. That because, for example, in case you have one site with multiple floors, it's possible for you to select which is the site at which is the floor you want to see the time lapse. Okay, it's possible to point a specific badge, but it's possible to have a group information, not only a badge, but for example, the group. So in this case, the time lapse will display all the badges of the badges movement of the group. So it's possible select, for example, select the group guest, and in this case, I will have the history of the full group movement. Okay, again, it's possible to specify a specific time frame based on date and time, in this case, or as I said before, just click on the pre-configured time frame. Then you have to click generate time lapse. So the focus in this example is a specific badge, the 5E, and I see that the time frame is 1 hour. After clicking generate time lapse, the system display you the map, display you the badge icon, and provide the sliding menu, where you can move back and forward using the button. You can move back and forward just clicking on the timeline, or you can click play in order to start the time lapse. The time lapse recording position of the badge. As you can see, this is the first one is an example with just one badge, and this second slide shows you that it's possible to display also different multiple badges or group of badges. Okay. Now time-lapse emergency. Another feature that we provide with our platform is the possibility to start an emergency procedure. So let me go back. Okay. Emergency procedure. In this way, the platform display the location, the position of each batch on the map, and the batch that are outside the mastering area that you have defined will be highlighted with a red edge. And again, not only the procedure is displayed on the map, but there is also a notification alarm using the Telegram alarm chat. So before to start the emergency, you have to set up an emergency area. It's mandatory. So let's assume that this is our office again, and we define that the front office part is the administration part, is our emergency area. I'll show you later when we will have the live demo that among the area that you can define for different authorization purpose, you can also define a specific area for the emergency purpose. After that, in order to start the emergency, you have to go to the main map menu and select the emergency submenu and click Start Now. After that, you can see that the emergency status changed to on. The start date is recorded and the status is ongoing. And on the bottom of the page, all the badges that are at the moment outside the mastering area are displayed. So there is the first information you have that the badge Reios B1A is outside, and you also have the information where the badge is located in terms of room. In this case, is our office in the meeting room. There is also the time where this event is recognized, and that is the first part of the first way to have a feedback. The second way is to go to the map main menu, and on the left select the submenu mastering area. In this case, in the map, the mastering area will be highlighted in green, and you will see the badges that are inside, so that are green because they are in the right position, and you will see also the badges that are outside that are red. They are red. Emergency notification, again, also for this feature, is possible to bind an external notification channel. We have by default the Telegram group, but the system is also designed to connect to external API, that is WhatsApp API, SMTP, standard email, or any other notification channel. And in this case, the same information that we can see inside our platform is also sent to the external channel. And this is an example where if I see on the Reios IoT notification group, I can see that an emergency period started in the date and time, and I can see every 5 minutes there is a summary notification message that alerts you that someone is some people is outside. We don't have here the detail of the people because of as described before, could be a lot of people, a lot of pages, but is a summary notification that there is an alarm because someone is still outside the mastering area, and the emergency period is up. And at the end, when the emergency period finished, you will also receive a notification message that say that the emergency is finished. Okay. Okay, now is the time. I can go through a real environment. This is our office. Okay, I can start from the beginning. Our Reios platform in our office. So I connect to the web manager interface. Too many connection open, so take a while to open. Connecting, please. Okay. In the meantime, I show you. Okay, scanning. This is Rajant Italia. It's a Reios office, but also we have maybe Rajant US. Is the live environment that is installed in Malvern. There is just one tag because Andrew is working on the and set up all the other tags. Okay, back home. Okay, let's start from the beginning. First of all, you have to set up the authorized area. That's the starting point. When you define a system, you can define an authorized area in order to have all the movement control inside the area. So, for example, in this case, I've defined a guest area. I show you on the map what it is. Sorry, but my internet connection is not very good. Take time. Okay. So it's possible to see here that the guests are allowed to stay only in the front office. It's possible to edit. It's possible to add or remove. If I go to edit, I can remove some particular office. I can also add a new one. But okay, it's clear that it's the first step is define the area that you need for your purpose. In this case, we are in a office environment, so the idea is to control the people that coming from outside. So we define a guest, and also we define an area for our Reios team. So as you can see here, the Reios team has the full list of the office part authorized. And if you go on the map, you will see that all the office rooms are green. Come on. And that's the point. Okay, so area, after that, you can define a badge group. And again, your group is related to your purpose. You can define group of people, guest, and Reios team, but we also tracking asset or tracks. So this is an example that is a mining tracks group or a tool type true group. So the system could be people oriented, but also asset oriented, or both. The how is important to define the right group for based on your purpose, because I show you on the map. When you go to the visualization, if you select people and asset, you are allowed to filter. So, for example, if you want to see just the guests that at the moment are in our office, you can filter all the other group, and the system should display only the guest group. Takes time again. Sorry, but my Wi-Fi connection is very, very slow. Okay, just to add that an information, that is this because this map at the moment, as described in the day before, is located in ArcGIS Cloud. So every time the web manager display a map, make some get API call to the ArcGIS Cloud, and so it's depend on your Wi-Fi connection bandwidth, the reaction time. We are working to have an internal map solution in order to avoid to overcome this problem. Okay, so we have defined the group. We have defined at the end, you have to assign, as Franco described before, the badge to a group. So you can define multiple badge. For example, go again on the guest. Ensure that is the badge name guest 4571 is assigned to the guest group and is bound to that specific physical tag. And here you can see the unauthorized access that this badge has arisen. Okay, let's try again. I don't know why that is. Let me try to refresh the page in order to show you the filtering option. Slow. Let me quit some application. It's very slow. I don't know why, but it's very slow. We can try to change the Wi-Fi, but I will drop the connection, so you have to stay here. Okay, I get to filter. Okay, as you can see here, I told before, I've just in focus of the guest people, and in this way, filtering all the other group, the map display just the guest. We can do the same with asset. Let's suppose we have in a mine environment, we have different mining tools, equipment. So we want to check the position of the mining trucks, or for example, for the dozer, for the excavators. So it's possible to define multiple groups, assign badge to that group, and filtering the people asset visualization based on the group. Okay, we told that if you click on the badge icon, you can see the first information of the badge, the position, guest name, guest group, and that is a time lapse of, sorry, this is a timestamp of the last recognized tracking event. As you can see here, this 4 minutes ago, no less, 3 minutes ago, and that's because the people tag at the moment are configured to go in standby mode when we are not in movement. So in this case, the guest is on my desk in the office. So the last time that is sent a beacon to the system is 3 minutes ago. We come back later and we'll see that will be updated. If I go to the details, I described before, there is a map where why is edge is red edge, because it's outside this authorized area. I can go also on the badge page, and again go to the badge detail. I can see also the unauthorized alarm, and I go to time lapse. If I go to time lapse, the badge is selected. I can also select other badges. I can want to see, for example, the badge position in the last hour from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. And I can click on generate time lapse. Okay. Okay, if I zoom in, I can move on the time bar, and come on, okay, it's coming. Or I can click on play. As you can see here, the time automatically will go on, and also the position will be refreshed. I can stop if I go back on the time. Okay, that's because my badge is on the desk. It's not so easy to see the movement, but you can try using the Diego badge. But okay, that's all about the badge. We have to say something more on gateway. As you can see here in the map, there are some green circle, and if I click on the gateway icon, I can see the gateway basic information, but I can also go to details. if I go to details for each gateway, I can have the information of the gateway status. So this is in service, this is out of service. This were out of service at that time. Okay, the main information in this case about the gateways are the gateway status. Green means the gateway is alive, and is alive because is sending periodically a keep alive. Is a message that the gateway send to the server, saying that okay, I'm alive. This is my uptime. This is my status. This is my color. This is my RSSI with the Wi-Fi that I connected to. And as you can see, there is also the red status. That means that the gateway is out of service. When the gateway is out of service, that's because the server received a keep alive that is in yes, this is keep alive received 18th of February. So that's because it's not a recent keep alive that the batch will display red, and that's because it's out of service. This is the gateway that are deployed inside our office in order to enable the tracking. We can go back to the device configuration. Okay, we can move from a specific badge. From here, go to device, but we can also go to the configuration main menu. Here there are the different type of device that is possible to configure. We are talking about tracking, so we would like to configure our tracking devices that are gateway and tags. So we have the gateway that are standard gateway. The prefix is SGX. We have square devices acting as a gateway. Prefix is SQW. And we also configured square desk. This is another type of device that act as a gateway, starting SQD, square desk. And at the end, we have all the tags that are configured in the system. ST1 with stag release 1. Let's go, for example, into the, okay, it is this page display all the device configuration information. There is the serial number, the name that the device has been configured, the MAC address, and also the configuration status, in this case, completed. If I click so one of this device, I go to the specific page that display the device info. In the device info, as Franco showed you before, it's possible to specify the serial number that is specific for that device. It's possible to assign to the device an identifier, an alias name, and it's possible to assign a position for the device and enable device capability. again, we are on the tracking, so we will enable just the track and telemetry capability. I'll show you if I edit the device, I can go and edit each field. For example, I would like to show you the position of the device on the map. This is the operation that the installation team, when deploy all the gateway device in the environment, has to execute. That is the position of device is in this case here, but it's possible to move the device anywhere in the map. As you can see here, there is the position X and Y that will be updated. So the location of the device is lo schermo è nero. Ah, sorry, maybe because, okay, sorry, but is the Wi-Fi connection. Okay. So it's possible to let me move on the other screen. Zoom. That's the device configuration. What else? Tracking, bench, authorization, emergency. Okay, we can try to start an emergency procedure. I can start the emergency. The emergency status change to on. And here I can see that 1, 2, 3 badge are outside the emergency area. I can try to refresh just to be sure that you are displaying. Sorry. Okay. Okay, maybe we can swap. Let me try to swap to change to malware. Maybe there is much more fast. But I don't know here. Let me check if here we configure a mastering area before to start the emergency procedure. No, it's a connection that is low. It's not the platform. Okay, let's try to go to the main map. I would like to show you the position of the badge that are outside the mastering. Mastering. Okay. Okay, Paolo, it's me. This is my badge. If I move the badge In the meantime, I just move the badge on the mastering area. That's all. Okay, I'm back on my desk, but I left the badge on the mastering area. So the tracking information update every 15 seconds. As you can see here, I'm moving from my to Diego office, and I think the next refresh, the badge is in the right position and turn green. That's because it's inside the alarm area that we have defined for mastering. So this is also an example of the tracking, the accuracy of the movement, and also the reaction of the system on
Paolo, sorry, your screen is still black.
It's still black. Okay, so wait for a second.
Okay, we have it.
Okay. So my badge at the moment is in the right position, so turn green. Okay, for me, it's I think I can finish. Back on the emergency and stop the emergency. Okay for me now. The time, half an hour. I don't know, Franco and Andrea, if you want to continue with the question and answer, or there is also another part of the system administration. I leave the sharing to you.
I'll say something about the system configuration, and later on we can answer some question and answer, or in any case we have some frequently asked question that we can show we can share with you. Okay, I'll try to share my screen now. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Well, as you saw, the platform are inside a lot of different type of functionality. So we need to define the user access privilege in order to have on the same platform someone that can work on an area and someone else that can work in other area. So the user, of course, each user has a unique username and password, and every user is assigned a list of specific permission. So it's not just to enter the system, but also to enter the system with the specific permission. The data protection, the visibility of the badge, location, and related function can only be accessed by user with the correct privilege. And the restriction ensure compliance with the data protection standard. The sensitive information remains visible only to authorized users. This is very important because one of the limits of the tracking is when you show the name of the person. For this reason, we create this sort of virtual badge that is guest in order to maintain hidden the name of the user. And so again, if and also at the level of user access, we have to maintain this type of limitation. How to manage the platform for that? you have to first access with admin and user. So there are when the system is deployed, you have an admin login with a password that is communicate, and this is inside the site platform, the original platform. Before to have a site configuration, you have a well-defined admin and login. You are able to install, and then when you install the system, you install other admin users. The admin login allow to define different type of user with different type of privilege. So here we wanted just to show how to create user and how the group inherits the authorization. This is what you can see in this picture is all the type of profile that we have. We have a profile for admin, we have a profile for device admin, the emergency view profile. So for instance, Paolo showed before the start of the mastering, the emergency with the mastering, etc. Of course, just who has this type of profile can start acting the emergency period. The same thing is if you don't have the profile for the badge, you can define a badge and you can't touch the tag and so on and so forth. So these are in the picture all the type of privilege we have. In order to create the user is similar to the badge concept. We can create the system administration can create user group administration. Cioè, instead of saying user for user, what are the type of privilege, you can define a group containing all the privilege for the group. So typically, if someone of the have to handle one part of the system, will inherit the capability of the group of users. So I can define a group of user maintenance, and all the user that are inside the group maintenance can do what the maintenance group is defined for. So the first part of this configuration is to define the group number, the group name, and associated to name the privilege. So here I am create the maintenance group. With the maintenance group, I can say what kind of device the group can see, and when I click on apply, I have created a group. In this case, is an sTrack group capable to select just the S-gate. So it is not capable to touch, for instance, the lighting part of the platform. So the lighting will be handled by one group, and the maintenance of the S-gate for the tracking will belong in another group. So there are a lot of flexibility. And when you have done this group, you can define user, and you can add a user that are the same capability of the maintenance. So in this case, you can see in this picture, select a user and insert a new name of the user. So I can define the user Robert Brown with a password. And of course, I create a temporary password because the Robert Brown, when will access with this type of temporary password, will be capable to change the password to the final one. Okay, here is just the profile, assign the authorization of the group, alarm administration, view profile, the full profile. This is just an example. And when you define a user, you can define also the avatar for the user, and you can the user. This is what the user or the user that you are creating now when access. So in this case is Robert Brown. when I set the system, can change the password and can change the avatar to remember who is him. Okay, this is the very short presentation of the system administration. Summarize, you can define, the super admin can define user, following the philosophy that there are some permission on a group of user, and one user will be inside the one group of user inheriting all the permission. Okay, now I think that we can start with the question and answer. And if you wanted to take the floor, Andrea or Diego, I don't know.
Hi, this is Kerry Davis. I do have a question. We deal mostly in the mining environment, and looking at safety, especially underground. I know that you're saying that the badges have the ability to do temperature and humidity. Do they have the availability to have like a shock alarm for someone who might have been struck by something, or perhaps you've got like a man down situation? Do you have any capability like that?
Yes, we have the capability for the man down. So we can understand if there are some problem, because inside the sTag we have a gyroscope and accelerometer, and so we can understand if something happened. So the answer is yes. We measure also the pressure inside the sTag. Can be used in order to find the person using the pressure. Because if you are in an open area, not in a mine closed, you can use this to understand the position of the person in terms of height.
Very good. Thank you, Franco.
You're
Is
welcome.
there ability to have an alarm or a button or something that the individual can hit if they are in a safety situation?
So we have the normal sTag doesn't have a button. You mean to have a button or something like that?
Yeah, just something that they can notify the system that they are having an issue.
Well, so we can do that using different type of sTag. So we can notify, for instance, we have this type of tag. We have case by case to study what are the total functionality the system wants, and we can use the different type of tag. So the S-Gate is capable to send a message, and so to start to drive actuators, we call. And in this case, the actuator is to give a message to start a vibration of the device, etc. So it's possible to have this type of functionality.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Some other question? Great, Paolo.
I would like to add that for mining, we went in Mine Expo last year, and we provide a solution not only for tracking tools, those excavator, mining truck, but also we provide a solution to notify alarm. So using our square, the idea was to color the square red or green in case of situation that you have to notify to the people that they are inside. Just I would like to add just to the question we received.
Well, I want to add something more. So we have a device with LED inside that can be used to indicate the direction of movement that in case of emergency, the workers have to do. So if you look, you can see green if you are going the right direction, and if you red, if you are going on the other direction. So if you look, one device in one sense is green and on the other sense is red, and so you can determine the path to reach the mastering area. And we show this on Mine Expo.
That's great information. Thank you.
Have time for the question?
I think that Diego can answer this question.
Diego? Diego?
Just now it's coming.
Sorry, microphone. Regarding, I saw a question about ARGIS map. The license is payment license is more or less 1,500 euro per year, but it depends on the country where is located the user. So we need to add this one to create the map with the procedure that we saw last time, the first day of the training. Normally, the license could be used directly by the partner that can use it, the same license for all the final user that need the system. So I think we have to give some word about the demo kit that we have available. That is a kit that we have to make experience, to test, and to show to final user the functionality of sTracking. It is composed by a small number of the devices. This is some example of devices as a gateway, tag, and installation router that we saw before, how to use it, and the server, including that the platform can be installed on a specific server, but also in a personal PC if needed, or use it in cloud. So there is all the possibility to manage this demo kit. Is include more pieces, so it's easy also to handle in office for test. This is some information about how to need obviously a net to connect the devices and MQTT broker to configure the small site. Normally we have planned prefigured map, very easy, simple to make experience to put devices inside and to move it with with the tags.
Yes, I can add that with the last version of demo kit, we also provide, if required, the package, the Reios IoT platform package, full pre-configured. So you will find the base map. You also have 4 gateways pre-configured with two area and two badge.
Andrea, can you say something about how to have this demo kit?
Yeah, sure. I will, okay, at the end of this session, anyway, before tomorrow, I will send all the presentations we did today, but we did it during the training. And with it, I will send you also a detailed presentation of the demo kit and the pricing. So you will have all the information in case you want a demo kit. That's it.
Okay.
Paolo, can you answer the VPN question?
Yes, that are the question that we have collected during the previous session. Maybe some of these questions we already answered, but by the way, we say yes that the VPN is not mandatory, but is a good option to remote connection to the edge server. So I think it's very, very useful. And as you can see, yesterday we provide our own solution of VPN using zero tier, but we can also adopt the VPN that the customer already has in place. Without VPN, can I use the browser or PC connected to the VLAN? Yes, because if I stay inside the local network inside the VLAN, I can have the same IP range, so I can access directly to the IP of the edge server. For the installation of sTrack in tunnel or mine, how should I configure the S-gate? Okay, this depends on the environment. Okay, bye. Bye, Franco.
Okay, so what is possible, we can use the S-gate in a different situation. So the S-gate should be useful to calculate exactly the position as we discussed in this day, but it's also possible to create a virtual gate. So in this case, in a tunnel, for instance, we can divide the section and we can understand if someone is crossing this section. And so we can place one person between two different virtual gateways. So the answer is you can combine some position, perfect calculation with some position inside between two different virtual gateways.
Yeah, this is an example of the MineExpo demo tunnel, and as Franco said, you can position 3 different gateways alongside the tunnel, and as you can see on the red part of the slide, the little green square is the previous version, the former version of our square icon is a square, little square. The green square is the badge, that is the asset that is located in between the tunnel area, the tunnel gateway. Okay, we already talked to the signaling square that could be illuminated with different color, and the effect in order to send notification. Okay, this is important. That's because all the position that we recognize and calculate are saved in our internal database. So it's possible to get this information with any tool you want, and display this information in order to create a report or to make some analysis of the movement of the people and the asset that we are tracking. This is an example of a Python script that get the information for the tag and display a graph with the tag position. Each position is a point, a dot, and there is also on the left a table that for each position, for each dot, the timestamp of the position.
Well, this is important. Paolo spoke about a procedure done by Python. So I wanted to be sure that you understand that our system is completely open. We can define for a partner some interface allowing the partner to do some different type of solution using the information coming from the system. So there are messages coming from the broker MQTT that can give you the position. And so if you want to add a new geo-referenced situation to alarm, to create view, etc., you can intercept this type of message. But not only, if you want to implement something different, we can share with you the database. As you can saw during the Docker's presentation, the database is a Docker. And so you can access this database with API, or you can be a part of the Docker and you can add your Docker capable to see the database or to add the database. So our philosophy is give the partner the possibility to work with the final customer, define with the final customer what will be the solution, use the Reios IoT platform for something that is already available, and add the new functionality that the customer wants. Yeah, here is you see how we are working, and the previous one was an example of message that you can use for the position. Can you go back, Paolo, to one chart? Yeah. So this is a JSON message, and there is the tag ID that means the badge name that you have to trace. There is also the physical tag MAC address that is the MAC using inside the tag, and the site, the floor, the position XYZ, and when this event happened. So we know that at this date, this tag is in a certain position. You can implement your own logic using this type of information. It's enough to register, to have a user and password of the MQTT broker, and subscribe to the topic tells tracking BLE tag position update. And you receive this message as a JSON message, very easy to handle.
Okay.
If there are some other questions.
Okay, if we have no other question, then we're done here. Thank you very much to everybody for attending. And if you will have questions at a later stage, you will have my email address when I send you all the materials. So don't be shy and write to me directly. Okay. Thank you again.